Thank you, Father Chris Decker. It's 8 past the hour. I am sitting in the studio right now with a good friend and our next guest. His name is Todd Bouwkamp. He is with St. George Parish. He's a fellow parishioner at St. George. We're going to talk about the Rescue Project. The Rescue Project is something that is put on by Acts 29. I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to let you do that, Todd. I'm just going to say that my wife Lisa and I were involved in it, and it is mind-blowing. Because anything with Father John Ricardo is mind-blowing. 11 o'clock every day when he comes on the radio, that is, I would not say he is I would say that's probably our best listened to show on the radio. We get the most feedback from that. Yeah. Hey, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Praise be to God.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, tell us about the Rescue Project and how it works in a parish.
Well, as you mentioned, Father John Ricardo is truly a gifted priest, and he's been given abundance of charisms. And one of the things that's really pressing today is the world in which we live in. As Catholics, we've lost our biblical story to a sense. We hear the gospel in bits and pieces, but to experience the gospel in its fullness ought to bring one to a overwhelmingness in their life and a surrender to God. So the Rescue Project tells the story, reclaims the biblical Catholic story.
You know, we go nuts throughout our day. I mean, we open and we close it, and God's not involved a lot. Things are crazy out there, right? And this is just one of the avenues that is covered in the Rescue Project, probably the most important one in my opinion, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's not how it starts. It starts with, why are we even here, right?
Yeah. So the story lays out into 4 questions or 4 keywords. Created, why is there something rather than nothing? You know, God, in his infinite power and love, creates everything we see into existence. And his greatest creation is us, human beings.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know, we fall from the Garden of Eve. And the next question comes into is why is everything so messed up? Why in the world is everybody suffering and everybody's busy and everybody's distracted? Because our first parents were tricked. They were deceived by the devil in the Garden of Eve, which separates us from the love of God. You know, but if the world is so messed up, then what has God done about it? You know, God sends his only Son, Jesus Christ, to rescue us, to fight for us, to free us from sin and death, and to reclaim us back into his family.
Yeah. It's like, where is God? God is right there. And that's the part I just love about Father John Ricardo. He addresses this quite often during the week. I have found myself having driveway moments, and that's when you can't get out your car. It happened to me Friday, as a matter of fact. I couldn't get out of my truck. I was sitting there. I was running an errand, and I had to stay and listen because he just is such a powerful speaker. But then talk about how the Rescue Project works as far as groups go in the parish.
Yeah, so we offer the Rescue Project. It's a beautiful experience that happens over 8 weeks. You come together, you create a group of women, men, or couples, and you meet in the homes, because this is really the place where the domestic church, the next evolution in the Catholic Church, is going to come from us, the lay people, coming together in our homes.
It's where we came from, right?
Right. So you develop a group, and then you meet 8 weeks in a row. You put out a beautiful meal. You share a meal with your friends, and then you watch the video. You discuss what you've seen and what you've heard, and really the continuity of the group will start to open up vulnerabilities, and we'll get deeper into the story of the gospel, and we'll really understand the gospel and its power and its impact on our lives.
You know, that's what I noticed. We experienced such a camaraderie, it's more than that. It's a fellowship, a deep friendship that we had with the folks that we were involved with in our group. They came to our house, we went to their house, we had a little light meal, and it just got better and better. And now we're very close with them, you know. Yeah. Really good friends with these folks. So it's been really powerful. But that was just getting started. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So let me ask you this. That there is small groups, okay? But what if you're not a married couple or anything like that? What if you're involved with a men's club or women's group or something like that? Can you do that too?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, you could sign up on our website, and we'll place you in a group if you just want to come as an individual. If you want to create your own group, we'll help you facilitate that group, and then we'll give you some insight training into how to kind of get the group off the ground and how to get it thriving. But we're trying to start this June 1st We're going to go for 8 weeks. We're going to have a one-day, half-day retreat at St. George.
Yes.
On a Sunday afternoon at a crucial point in the story.
Now, this is
as it
St. George
unfolds.
Church in Baton Rouge. Yes,
That's
I'm
correct.
sorry. Go
St.
ahead.
George Church in Baton Rouge. You know, and so we'll accommodate and facilitate, and all the questions will be answered on our website. But it's really just come together in fellowship, enjoy the gospel as it's meant to be told in the most compelling way that only Father John can tell.
Boy,
that
you
story.
got that right. I mean, he can say so much in such a short amount of time and have such a high impact. We know that. We witness that every day here on Catholic Community Media. Okay, so the website is what I have. What is the website? All right, I got it here. st-george.org/rescue project. Or
Correct.
rescue dot dash. A lot of dashes in
it's a
there.
lot of
I
dashes.
tell you what, we're going to put it on our website, ccmedia.live, and our Facebook. So we'll have that link there.
And we'll put a link on the front page of St. George as well. I'll ask Father you to do that.
Okay, so this is St. George Parish in Baton Rouge has this wonderful project. I hope it grows. I know they've done it in the New Orleans area too, you know, and so it has. I really think it has just as powerful effects as even the Acts retreats for what it does. It gets people fired up, gets them going out.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. It's changed my life. You know, once I saw the gospel for what it was, it really impacted me, and it really changes the set of lenses in which I look through life.
Beautiful, beautiful. Todd Bouwkamp, thanks again for joining us. Appreciate you
very much.
coming into the studio today. So.
All right.
Wonderful, wonderful. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Nate Geyer, a Catholic convert. It is 14 past the hour. You're tuning your heart to the truth on Wake Up.